Call this meeting to order. Welcome everyone to our regular meeting with City Council on Monday, October 8th. For those of you wishing to address the City Council on any item on the agenda or under public appearances, oral communications, please complete a speaker card located at the entrance to the council chambers and submit to staff as early as possible in the meeting. Let's all rise for a pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. May we have roll call, please?
Ms. Christensen?
Here.
Mr. Gangona?
Here.
Mr. Buenaventura?
Present.
Mr. Sylvester?
Present.
Ms. Manalo?
Present. Thank you. Today we have a presentation proclaiming the second week of October as Code Enforcement Officer Appreciation Week. So do we have someone from?
Yeah, they are in the back. I think. Oh yeah, I recognize them. I know what they do.
Hopefully they won't be at your house.
All right. So we're proclaiming Code Enforcement Officer Appreciation Week. So whereas the state of California has proclaimed the second week of October as Code Enforcement Officer Appreciation Week. Whereas code enforcement officers provide safety, thank you very much, health and welfare. Okay. Welfare of the citizens of Daly City through the enforcement of local, state, and federal laws and ordinances dealing with various issues of building, zoning, housing, animal control, environmental, health, and life safety. And whereas the role of many code enforcement officers has expanded in recent years, with jurisdictions increasingly relying on the expertise and training of code enforcement officers in their communities. And whereas code enforcement officers are dedicated, highly qualified, and highly trained professionals who share the goals of preventing neighborhood deterioration, enhancing communities, ensuring safety, and preserving property values through knowledge, training, and application of housing, zoning, and nuisance laws. And whereas code enforcement officers often have highly visible role in the city of Daly City and regularly interact with the public and a variety of federal, state, county, and local officials in their capacity, and as code enforcement officers, whereas the city of Daly City has 4 full-time personnel assigned to the Code Enforcement Division, in 2017, the team responded to, guess how many? 1,672 calls for service, where over 90% achieved voluntary compliance. Whereas the city of Daly City wants to recognize and honor the code enforcement officers, thank you very much, that serve our community, acknowledge their role in leading the way to improve the quality of life within our community. Now, therefore, I, Justin C. Manalo, Mayor of the City of Daly City, and members of the City Council hereby proclaim the second week of October in 2018 to be known as Code Enforcement Officer Appreciation Week. Congratulations. Oh, I think they want to. Oh, there you go.
Please.
There you go.
Get Peter in here.
Oh,
Peter. Thank you, member.
Would you like to say some words?
No. No, but just thank you. It is an honor, and we are very proud of the fact that for the first time in a long time, we are fully staffed, and we're here to respond to those calls. So thank you very much for this honor, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Council members.
Oh, wait. Don't go anywhere. Gentlemen, see a police officer there in the back.
Yeah, he's here for him.
given the previous experience that I had as one, and I know the difficult job that you folks do, as a police officer, there's the plain view rule. You can see something in plain view, but an officer can do more, but you have to do it, and now the police officer can be with you at all the times. So subsequently, what that means is you have to find a mechanism and a way to communicate with our citizens here in Daly City and explain to them why it is that you need to take care of this. And it takes a certain sort of skill to do that. And I, for one, definitely know how important that skill is. So thank you so much for what you continue to do and in keeping our city safe and make sure that folks comply with the building codes and et cetera. It keeps our city safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we have the proclamation or proclaiming October Filipino American History Month in Daly City. We have Staff Romeo Benson. All right. So we have a proclamation for Filipino American History Month in Daly City. And so whereas the city of Daly City commemorates Filipino American History Month each October, a month-long observance to honor and share the rich tapestry of Filipino American art, history, and culture. And whereas this year the entire Daly City community is invited to Kasayahan sa Daly City, a Filipino American History Month celebration at March Bank Park on Saturday, October 13, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., a day filled with music, dance, crafts, fashion, and delicious Phil and cuisine. And whereas Jocelyn Enriquez and Ruby Ibarra are headlining the lineup of entertainers at Kasayahan, which also include performers by Melvin Sings, Maddie B, Kariktan Dance Company, American Center of Philippine Arts, Rudy Kalma, Mike Dayo, Guji, and many others. And whereas the Daly City's Department of Library and Recreation Services, with the support of the Recreation Commission and Arts and Culture Commission, has partnered with ABS, CBN, TFC to help develop Kasayahan sa Daly City in Daly City Signature Community Festival. And whereas, along with Consul General Henry Bersuter Jr., the Philippine Consul General to San Francisco, the city of Daly City encourages youth to embrace the Spark, Connect, Empower movement with the Filipino American community to strengthen familial and ancestral connections with the Philippines. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Justin C. Manalo, and members of the City Council of the City of Daly City hereby proclaim the month of October 2018 Filipino American History Month in Daly City, signed, sealed by the Mayor and City Council.
Guys, slight comment. Sir Romeo. Magandang gabi. Maraming salamat. What I told him is good evening, and I thanked him very, very much for receiving the proclamation. It's really appreciated, and Daly City is such a diverse community, and we want to acknowledge, especially the work with our commissioners and helping as a collaboration to put all of this together. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Romeo.
Thank you.
I think, please don't leave. I think many times, we don't get to acknowledge the staff that work behind the scenes to put on an event that is like Kasayahan, and really want to thank you for all the hard work and dedication you've done over the years. I know you put a lot of heart in it, and appreciate that, and so thank you for that. Also wanted to share with the community that also will be providing a commendation for Ana Hulaton. So she was a Filipina boxer that has really been able to break the barriers in that field. And also honor Dr. Don Mabalon, who was really a proponent for Filipino American History Month. And so that will also be part of the program. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And last but not least, on the presentations, we have the Utility Boxes Art Project with Mr. Professor Amir Sabir Esfahani with Skyline College. We also have the Arts and Culture Commission here. And so please come up. Very recently, we just did a ribbon cutting at 5:30, and right there on DeLong and John Daly, really highlighting the partnership and work that the Arts and Culture Commission has done with Skyline, with a bunch of amazing students that really contributed their time and skill to give back to the city of Daly City. So if many of you have not seen the utility boxes, they're pretty much everywhere near the BART station, they're by Gillard Park, they're by the movie theaters, and it's really been wonderful to see the creation that you've done. So. So we want to honor you this evening. Okay, so it's on behalf of a grateful community. It's with great pleasure to present this certificate to Professor Amir Esfahani, the Arts Department at Skyline College, in recognition of your commitment and hard work towards creating the Skyline College Utility Box Project. With your direction and passion, this project has created many beautiful, diverse pieces of art throughout Daly City. The City Council of Daly City extends heartfelt gratitude for your educational service to our youth and our community. Congratulations and best wishes for future success in all of your endeavors.
Mayor, would you kindly read the ones that we'll give to the participants? The first one, because all the rest will be the same.
Yes.
And then we invite you, sir, to make a comment.
Yes. So this is their certificate of recognition to all of the students that were involved. On behalf of a grateful community, it's with great pleasure to present the certificate in recognition of your commitment, hard work towards the success of Skyline College Utility Box Project. With your help and passion, this project has created many diverse pieces throughout the city of Daly City. And the City Council of the City of Daly City extends heartfelt gratitude for your outstanding service to our community. Congratulations and best wishes for your further achievement and success in all your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Jesse Amato.
Maria?
I'll give those one. Like, I'm not here.
Mr. Alejandro Escribas.
Michael Morales?
Thank you so much.
Nicholas Bryan?
Nicholas Schumann.
No. We should just say the one.
Roel David Ditan?
Alejandro Castano.
Nope.
Melissa Ann Flores?
Alyssa Klin.
Keep them coming.
Christina Blickley?
All right.
I knew it was you. I knew it
Round
was
one.
you. Because you started talking.
Thank you.
Addie Gerard?
No.
Okay.
Mr. Webster Cruz.
Nope.
Rose O'Rourke?
Nope.
Janelle, Mr. Janelle De Leon.
Gerson Rikasaka?
No.
Okay.
I'll give this one a toss.
Miss Michaela Gillis. Congratulations.
Alejandra Rodriguez?
Thank you.
All right.
Alejandro Verdin?
Mr. Denise, Miss Denise Mayo.
I think we just have one left here.
Okay.
Z-Way.
Austin McWhorter.
Oh, did we get your name?
One more?
Last but not least.
You have it?
Oh,
You
that's
got
okay.
it,
Yeah,
We need you.
yeah, we'll get another one, yeah.
We promise.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay.
All right.
Well,
Thank
no,
you, guys.
let's state your name so we can honor you.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
My name is Ju Young-Koo.
Gioku. And then the artwork that you did was the one by In and Out.
Right, right.
So if you were close by, you'll see that, and by Daly City Park. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. So this project we did was really transformative for the students, and I'm not going to say a whole lot, but I do want to say that we are looking forward to doing many more projects with the city of Daly City, and it was a great experience, and we all had a really good time. So thank you so much, and I'll make sure all the students get these.
All right.
Thank you.
Mayor, I have a comment. Doctor? Sir?
Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, are we going to introduce video right now? Oh, yeah, and we did make a documentary about this.
Okay, well,
So-
I want to say something
Sure,
before you show the video,
sure.
because it may give up what we're going to see in the video,
Oh,
even
yeah,
though I didn't
sure.
see it. But I was driving around the city, and now, if you have not seen this art project that you and your students did, folks need to drive around the city and take a look. Gellert and Hickey, I think it was the Filipino flag.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at it, and I looked again. And today with Commissioner Das Magbual, I think you were at the BART station, if I'm not mistaken. But I looked at the piece, and I saw a triangle, like a Samtrans bus,
Yep.
sitting up in a triangle fashion. And I'm saying, who picked these pieces of art? Because no sooner did I see it, I saw a Samtrans bus come right through, just at that right moment. So without further ado, I want to say again, thank you so much. Thank you all for everything that you've done and beautifying our city and making it look better.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So now, are we showing the video now? Is that what we're doing? Okay, so Marilyn Flores, she's an old student of mine, but she just graduated from San Francisco State. She's a filmmaker, and she actually created this video for us. It's in a documentary style fashion for the Daly City Arts and Culture Commission, Cypher, and Skyline College. So.
Lights. Yeah, over there.
Push the button.
Yeah, push them all. I don't, no, I don't think.
I don't know where this one is. I know I don't.
Oh.
Living in cities like Daly City and going to Skyline College, you're exposed to different cultures. This mural painting class was good because it exposes you to a different kind of art.
Being a resident of Daly City, it was a good opportunity for me to be able to show my artwork in the community.
It means that the community sees the college as something that is part of their support system and part of their, I don't know, network, like the way you use your family in order to support yourself and to support your efforts and to push you forward. They see the college in that same way. So I think it's really important for us to be there.
any art classes that I've taken in the past, it's always been a pretty similar structure. And this, I felt like it was my very first time when in a class I had an opportunity to go outside of the class.
Doing the types of project where you did the art projects throughout the community, it helps the community have a different relationship beyond consumerism to the college.
The thing I liked the most about it was that you actually were out of the classroom. It wasn't a traditional art class. We learned a lot of different methods. Being out, being exposed to use things like spray paint, stencils, you're forced to work as a team.
While, you know, I also enjoy a great academic lecture, transformative teaching and learning just broadens that spectrum of the possibilities. And so a project like this is absolutely an example of transformative teaching and learning.
What I think about this particular project with the Daly City boxes, I thought it was a great opportunity for me to grow as an artist, as well as contribute in a way to the city in a positive way. Being able to go to like City Hall, you know, being able to sit through the entire process, putting in the idea and having the meeting with the committee, that was a good experience.
And you could teach what you did on those boxes in your classroom, but they may have missed the opportunity to be engaged in those many ways on those multiple levels that even you as a faculty member couldn't have come up with, you know, until you get in the middle of them. It's critical to the mission of the college. We say we want to empower and transform a global community of learners. We can't do that kind of work. That is a huge feat. We can't do that kind of work if we are not connected to the community, and if we are not known to the community and appreciated by the community, and if we are not supportive of the community and given to the community just as much as the community is given to us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that presentation and documentary. That's really phenomenal to see an idea that was birthed. I know that Commissioner Das Magbal, who's present, kind of had that idea to connect with Skyline. And I said it earlier when at the ribbon cutting that to see it executed really in collaboration with the Arts and Culture Commission. Thank you for that work that you did with the students, and Skyline College is really beautiful because that's what community is all about, working in partnership together and now spreading that. And I see the joy in the students earlier around how much they enjoyed it as well. And so we're looking forward to more. So thank you. And we also have also Nancy Rodriguez from the Arts and Culture Commission. Yeah, hello. Thank you so much. All right, now moving on to our approval of the minutes for the regular meeting of September 24th, 2018.
Second?
Do we have everyone all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now moving on to the approval of the agenda, please.
Move to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. With the consent agenda, at this moment, we have a comment on item number 4. So I'll pull item number 4, resolution opposing state proposition 6, vote approval for future gas and vehicle taxes and 2017 tax repeal initiative. So with that, do I have a motion to approve the rest on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. So resolution opposing state proposition 6, voter approval for future gas and vehicle taxes and 2017 tax repeal initiative. This point, the recommended action from staff is for the city council to adopt a resolution opposing proposition 6, voter approval for future gas and vehicle taxes and 2017 tax repeal initiative. Do you want to give some background on it, please? Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council. This is a request for support for opposition to Proposition 6, which would repeal the recently passed SB 1 measure. For the upcoming fiscal year 2018-19, Daly City is scheduled to receive about $1.8 million from the SB 1 approval. And if this proposition were to pass, then it would jeopardize 10 years of future funding. This funding brings in about $5.2 billion to San Mateo County, to the state actually, to repair roads, work on ped bike projects, also to do some improvements for Caltrans as well as transit. And so staff is recommending that the city support opposition to Prop 6. Most of the cities in San Mateo County have also already adopted resolutions recommending the opposition to Prop 6.
Thank you very much. Any comments or questions from my colleagues?
Yes, Madam Mayor, thank you so much. You know, our city at this present time, we stand kind of ahead of other cities in the sense that we have budgeted in our capital improvement fund to maintain our streets. And given the current state that we are in, I think our city has done a great job. Especially in the area of slurry seal to various districts within Daly City. And again, our city has done a great job. If we can keep SB 1 and the funds that we will obtain from it, it will go a long way in the continuance of keeping our city streets safe. I know other cities struggle, and they're depending on this very much so, but at least I know our city has done a good job in the past in maintaining our streets to the best of its ability. So no one
Prop 6. And yes, this will allow us to continue to maintain our streets in a good condition, to minimize the deferred maintenance costs.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the staff update, and I definitely concur with Councilmember Sylvester around how important it is to have the SB 1 funding, and that, you know, we need that for our city and cities in general in the region. So thank you for your presentation on this item. Are there any other comments from?
Yeah, hopefully the state will see to use some of that money to fill the potholes on Mission Street. I know I don't know, we're constantly getting complaints about, well, the city's not taking care of Mission Street, but Mission Street is a state highway. And so the state of California needs to do that, and this hopefully will give them the money and continue giving the money to do that. So no on 6. Let's fill the potholes, make the overpasses safe, make the bridges safe.
Yeah.
All of that we all shared concern about for decades.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, Madam Christensen, what I'm hearing is that hopefully they'll take the money out of the state funds instead of the funds that's allotted to Daly City, because hopefully we won't have to be responsible if it's a state highway. I'm hoping. So we won't have to pay.
No, we can't.
Okay.
We're not allowed to even change a light pole on Mission Street.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, that's correct. And the
Nice.
funding is distributed to local agencies
Right.
based on a formula, so it's not going to impact our funding.
And
It helps us. It doesn't impact us.
It helps us, but it doesn't
Yes.
allow the state to use the local funds to
Yeah.
repair.
you know, prior to this SB1 going up, I remember I was at a committee hearing, and I said that the EV drivers, electric vehicle drivers, they're getting penalized. But now I've come to a greater understanding why. Those who buy gas are paying the gas tax. Those who drive EVs, do they buy gas?
No.
No. So they need to pay too. It should be on the tires on the road.
That's correct.
But eventually we're getting there.
Yeah, part of this corrects some of
Gotcha.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So, yes, definitely no on 6. So,
I'd make a motion to approve the resolution.
thank you, Councilmember Christensen. We do have a comment on the resolution prior to.
Oh, excellent.
Gabriella Maxman.
Hi, so I'm not gonna beat around the bush, but there's one small problem with no on this, is that if you vote no, the state can then increase taxes without the public voting on them, which I think is a little bit of an issue. I think it's important to know that when you vote no, you also basically allow the state to raise the gas tax at any point in time, however much they want. So, thank you.
All right, let's roll. I second the motion.
Okay, so it was moved by Councilmember Christensen, seconded by Vice Mayor Ventura. And can we have a roll call, please?
Ms. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Gingona,
Yes.
Mr. Buenaventura,
Aye.
Mr. Sylvester.
Aye.
Ms. Manalo.
Aye. Thank you very much. So moving on to our next item on the agenda. Are there any other public comments? Seeing no public comments, are there any appointments to any boards or commissions? Seeing none, do we have any council committee reports?
I don't know, Madam Mayor, we've been doing so much, I get confused. I did go to a meeting, but that's the Heart Board, so that's not under council
The
committee.
city council.
Okay.
Yes. Council committee is anything within our city.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Inclusionary housing, did we do that?
we did that already. Yes, that was a while ago, but that was a lengthy one. That was prior to the last meeting. Anything on, so no council committee, any city council reports?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I got one that I am so happy to report to the council. You know, last year, it took us a while to get back into the HEART program, Housing Endowment and Regional Trust. And I attended a meeting a few days ago, and a report is due soon from what I've been told, within the past couple of months, there has been 4 home sales in Daly City utilizing the HEART program. 2 of those programs are children of Daly City residences to which they want to stay here in Daly City to be near their folks. So I'll provide a full report as soon as I get it, but I was very happy to hear that. So I think it's money well spent, and I still maintain the fact that Daly City remains one of the places where you can buy a home, but it's getting up there, but it beats some of the other areas which are basically out of this world. So that's my report. Madam Mayor, thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Sylvester, for that update. That definitely gives us good feedback on the HEART program, and actually I know that was one of the issues around ensuring that there was outreach to Daly City residents and that they utilize the program.
Yes.
So that's amazing news. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other city council reports from my colleagues? Seeing none, I do want to report on September 26th, I was able to speak with the Ceremony Homeowners Association.
Bless you.
Really got to speak with them at the Gellert Clubhouse around their concerns and issues. On September 27th, Daly City had their 10th annual Employee Awards Barbecue.
I missed that one.
And that one was pretty amazing to see everyone together at that barbecue and supporting the workers that have been dedicating for their work for not only 1 decade but almost 3 decades, many of them, and that's just phenomenal. And so on September 29th, there was also the Holy Angels Festival down the street, Crazy About Cars in Colma, and also the 30th anniversary of the Pilipina Bayanihan Resource Center. That Saturday was pretty busy. On September 30th, there was another 30th anniversary of the Crossroads Christian Center in Daly City. On October 3rd, the retirement party for Mr. Director John Fuller of Public Works. I was also attended the Filipino American History Month in San Francisco, where Mayor Lyndon Breed also attended in South of Market. On October 6th, the 10th anniversary of the Parangal Dance Company happened. There was a celebration of life for Dr. Mabalon, and also was able to attend the Peninsula Italian American Community honoring Monica da Vincenzi as Queen Isabella. So that was really nice. On October 7th, also the supporters of Dolger Senior Center had their annual Fall Festival where Vice Mayor Benaventura and Councilmember Sylvester was there with the seniors. Also present was our planning chair, Pamela DiGiovanni. But it's always a great event to see the seniors. We had also interim city manager with her daughter, Shauna Maltby, there. But it was great to see, also our fearless leader always there at the forefront of all the events. So thank you. She's always greeting us and making sure that everything's okay. So thank you for that. And then earlier today, we talked about the ribbon cutting at the electric boxes, and that was a beautiful sight. Last but not least, I also want to bring up, I've mentioned this prior around creating a small business commission, and this is so important to our community as we do value our small businesses in our community. We understand they are, they are there for us and also have been just integral to our community. I've brought it up in the past, and I think that it is still important for us to continue to create one. I think there's so many beautiful small businesses, and that there's so much more that we can do with them around highlighting the restaurants, highlighting all the other businesses that we have, and that with the direction to the staff that we can look at creating the guidelines for the Small Business Commission, and would like to see that in forthcoming. Because I think it's important for us. I think that if it's the direction of the small business to create some sort of campaign where it's eat local, buy local, I think that it's not, to have, yeah, exactly. Eat local DC, buy local DC, right? Everyone's like DC. I'm like, this is the real DC. I'm just kidding. But maybe it's a directive of that commission. But I think there's a lot of business owners that want to give back. And it's our opportunity to do so as entrepreneurs or even small business owners. So I look forward to working with staff on that, and we'll see that shortly. Yeah.
Madam Mayor.
Yes.
I just want to add on to that. Eat local, buy local, live local. And another comment I'd like to make, I see Captain Christensen in the back. He's been standing there ever since this meeting started. And in his hand is the coveted Daly City Pink Patch Project. And if you purchase a patch, it doesn't come to the city. All the monies go to I think it's Susan G. Komen Fund in recognizing breast cancer awareness. And in addition, you'll see adorned on his shoulders, I believe for the next 2 weeks, our officers will be wearing them patches, the patches. So please support. It's a good cause. Go through Daly City PD, get them, and it's a tax write-off, but contact your tax accountant for further information. And somebody asked me earlier, I don't want to be in trouble for impersonating a police officer. Well, Daly City's patches are blue and yellow. And if you have 2 of them and you put them on each shoulder, you could be impersonating a police officer, but these are pink. So you should be fine. Put them on your hats, put them on your chest. Be proud of them. And again, thank you, DCPD and our interim city manager for helping make this project move forward and bring about the awareness for breast cancer. And lastly, the mayor, she talks a lot, doesn't she? Well, you know what? Every one of those things she told you about, she attended. She attended. So that should definitely be saying something about how she cares for the city and wants to represent. So thank you, Madam Mayor. I just thought I'd put that out there. And most of your other council members, they attend events too, but there was a point where I used to write them all down, but I try to go from memory, but I'm getting old and I forget. So we are all working, the whole council is all working hard for you, Daly City. So just wanted to let everybody know. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilmember Sylvester, and thank you for bringing up, Breast Cancer Awareness Month and how you really made sure that that was partnered with the Daly City PD. I think it's so important for us to highlight that and really the importance of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I really appreciate it. I know many others as well in the community appreciate that as well. And then last but not least, I don't know if everyone has seen the little flags because I didn't have it last time. So this was this was actually came from a resident. First time we had it was at the Love Not Hate event, and then now the Latino. Maybe we'll bring it out for the Filipino American History Month. But it really came from a resident's idea, and like as mentioned before, bring forth your ideas. Someone said, why don't we have a Daly City flag? And then we said, well, let's look into it. But it's really around unifying us as Daly City residents, Daly City business owners. But I wanted to share it with everyone watching, if you haven't seen it yet, that we have these.
Where did you get them?
Here.
Oh, yeah. See how it is?
We can attach it to the antenna of our car.
I have some in the city manager's office.
We're giving it away to residents.
We are.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Yes, that's yours. And so at this point, do we have any staff
Yes, just one thing. For residents and business owners who want to learn more about our ballot measures, on October 15th from 7 to 8 p.m. here at City Hall in the training room, there will be a presentation. So I believe the mayor will be there and myself, the finance director, our city attorney, I believe our police chief to go over the measures. So for those who are interested, mark your calendars and we'll do a blast on social media as well.
Thank you very much.
Food?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Maybe.
Okay.
And so that's another opportunity to learn more about it.
And the training room is on the first floor.
It's on the very bottom floor, yeah.
So you want to park in the bottom parking lot, and it's just a few steps or a ramp right up into the building. You don't come in up here. I mean, you can, and then take the elevator down. It's first floor.
First floor. Thank you. And then also,
That is being sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce.
so on October
18th?
there'll be a candidate forum right here at City Hall and sponsored by the League of Women Voters.
Right.
And it is at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
here.
And and it's being facilitated by the Chamber.
And it's being facilitated by the Chamber. Thank you very much. I know that was a question last time. So that's a candidate forum here on the 18th. And then also for those interested in the ballot measures, for more information, it will be here on the 15th. So that's upcoming next week. Thank you so much. And now, at this point, we will be moving into closed session. So, yes, yes. And so I kindly ask everyone to please step out. Thank you so much.